the flag doesn't even sense.
We hate oppression. That's what we hate.
But the symbol you're sending is that you hate the flag, right?
But what does the flag symbolize? Racial oppression. And if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Wrong?
Just when you thought the 2016 presidential race couldn't get any uglier, it just got disgusting. A group of protesters throwing fuel on the fire by stomping on the American flag, and the group calls themselves the F Your Flag Tour. Fox News correspondent Matt Finn has been following this disturbing trend. Matt?
Yeah, Greta, well, for many Americans, the flag is the most sacred symbol of the United States, so it seems this group is trying to incite extreme reactions by stepping on it and defacing it. We first spotted this group outside of a town hall event in Milwaukee. When people stumble upon the visual of the flag on the ground, they typically stop dead in their tracks, take a deep breath, then start arguing and pleading with the protesters. Some break down in tears. One man who said he is a veteran got in the face of these protesters, put his belongings down, and said he was willing to physically get them off the flag because he fought for this country. The people that man was with pulled him away. Now, at a Donald Trump rally at a high school in West Allis, Wisconsin on Sunday, these protesters posted up right next to the line of thousands of people waiting to get in. We saw at least a dozen people get into some heated arguments with the flag stompers. The police had to pull several of them away, and here's a taste of some of the responses.
This is the United States of America.
No hate, no violence.
Who
It's their
comes
right.
here
It's their right.
should not step or burn our flag.
Right, and they're just trying to argue their right.
To argue that that is wrong.
My brother's a Marine. You support that?
The flag stompers tell us they're doing this to take a stand against black suppression in America, specifically pointing to some cases where white police officers shot black men. We researched this group, and it appears they started last year. They began by encouraging people to burn flags on September 11th. After that, the movement seemed to have died down, but now they're using election events as a stage for their demonstrations. And Greta, we received thousands of comments online about this story, most people extremely disturbed, but this type of expression, stepping on the flag, is protected by America's freedom of speech. Greta.
Matt, thank you. And U.S. Marine veteran Dan Manousos witnessed one of those disgusting displays by anti-Trump protesters in Milwaukee, and it happened right outside our on-the-record town hall with Donald Trump. As Dan stood outside the event, the protester standing on the flag turned and flipped him off. Dan shot this video. U.S. Marine veteran and current commercial airline pilot Dan Manousos goes on the record. Dan, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you as well for your service to our nation. Tell me what happened.
I was walking to the town hall and had a hard enough time finding it because kids were taking the arrow signs down. They were pointing to it. And I turned the corner, and they were right in front of me. And I'd seen it on the news, maybe in Arizona before, so I was a little bit prepared for it. And the only thing I could get out was that corny line of, I'd said 10 years, I did 10 years in the Marines, so you could do that, you're welcome. And the guy just looked at me and nodded. And then later when I walked up to the line to check in is when I turned around and took that video, and he had been able to read my Marine Corps shirt. And it looked like he read that, then gave me the bird and everything else.
How do you feel about this? I mean, having served in the Marine Corps and actually giving, the rest of us the right to protest the First Amendment, you defended our rights to do this. But how do you feel about this when you see this?
It's kind of a shock. It's hard to get used to. The intellectual side of me wants to say, hey, they're just trying to provoke a reaction, throw water in the fire, not gas. They want you to react. Look at them. Maybe we should just go buy them some beer or some Coke and bring it over and just pat them on the back. Total reverse psychology on them. But I'm with Scalia when he said, I don't like these scumbags that do it, but they have a right to do it. Don't let it become an election wedge issue. But it is still a shock when you see it. It's just blatant.
Were they protesting Donald Trump, or were they protesting the United States? Do you have any sense of that?
I went to the Chicago rally trying to get in, and I tried to have intellectual conversations with people there, and wow, it wasn't possible. I don't know what they even know what they're doing. You try to talk to them, and they don't know.
And of course, that video, them stomping up and down, it upsets a lot of people who have served in our military, and it's actually disturbing to a lot of people who haven't served in it. But they're trying to provoke you and trying to provoke others. Dan, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.